She got the white top, I wanna spend my life with you. We got the sunset.
Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today we are going to make some restaurant-style desserts. They may look fancy, but they are actually quite easy to put together. I would say each of them should take you less than 20 minutes, minus the time when they are in the fridge or in the oven. So without further ado, let's get started. The first one is cacao thick caramel truffles. I call them truffles because they look like truffles, but they are not actually truffles, you know. So first, soak some pity dates in water for a while, like 15 minutes, and then add them to a food processor along with the soaking water. And then I measure some peanut butter into the food processor as well, a pinch of salt, put the lid on, and get it blended. Once everything is blended, stop and scrape down the sides, and then I add 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, blend again, scrape down the sides again. Here I add 1 tablespoon of cacao nibs, just use paws to blend them all together, and transfer the mixture into a small bowl. Just make sure it's freezer safe, and press it down evenly. Here are some toasty walnuts. I just chopped them roughly so we still got a lot of texture going on. Just add them to the mixture and do your best to mix them all together evenly. I know my bowl is way too small, but I make it work somehow. Anyway, just put it into the freezer for 20 to 30 minutes until it firms up, and then take it out. Use a tablespoon to scoop out the mixture. This recipe makes about 8 truffles, just roughly, and then use your hands to roll them into balls. If they are too soft, you can always put them back to the freezer for another 10 minutes. And then just toss them in some cacao powder, and voila, we got our truffles. Not sure why, but I found this very therapeutic. You can put them back into the freezer to firm up a little bit more and enjoy. These cacao thick caramel truffles are full of texture and flavors. I really like the walnuts and cacao nibs inside. They balance out the sweetness from the dates and just yum. The second one is mini chocolate cake. I was going to make lava cake, but it turned out to be fully cooked, so here we go. First, add some apple cider vinegar to soy milk, mix them together, and set it aside. And then let's prepare our ramekins. I just use some coconut oil to grease the ramekins. Make sure to grease them well, because you will thank me later. And then I just add some chopped chocolates to melted coconut oil. Use microwave to melt them together, like 30 seconds or so. Once they are fully melted, just mix them all together and set it aside. In a big bowl, add some gluten-free plant flour, cacao powder, coconut sugar, baking powder, and a pinch of salt. Whisk them all together. After that, add some applesauce to the milk mixture. Mix them all together, and then add it to the flour mixture, as well as some vanilla extract, and whisk them all together evenly. It should be quite thick. Here goes in the melted chocolate. Whisk them all together, and just divide the batter into the 3 ramekins we prepared earlier. The batter is quite thick, so you're probably gonna need a little bit of help from your fingers. And then just tuck in a square of chocolate to each of them. You can skip this, but I wouldn't. And then just smooth the top. Transfer them onto a baking tray and put them into the preheated oven to bake for about 13 to 16 minutes. Once they are cooked, just take them out and let them sit for a minute. You can just enjoy them directly in the ramekins, but I kind of always want to take them out, so I did. It's optional, but I did. I just add a little bit chopped chocolate on top for decoration purpose, and again, I have to say that I didn't expect it to be that good, but it's really good. The chocolate flavor is just heavenly, and the sweetness is on the spot. Just make it, you won't regret it. The third one is cherry crisp. It's a little bit special because it's not made in the oven, so here we go. First, add some coconut oil and almond butter into a pan over medium-low heat. Mix them together, and then add some maple syrup, coconut sugar, mix again, and a little bit vanilla extract, some rolled oats, ground flaxseed, and a pinch of salt, and a little bit chopped walnuts. Mix them all together, and then here I add some orange zest. It's optional, but I think it makes it taste better. And then I turn off the heat and add a little bit desiccated coconut as well. Just stir them in and set it aside. Then grab a small saucepan, add some frozen cherries, mixed berries, and water into the pan. Put it over medium heat and add a pinch of salt and orange zest. If your berries are big, just chop them, because I learned something from what I was doing. And then just cook them down. After that, we are going to make our thickening agent by mixing some corn flour and a little bit of water. Just mix them together and pour it into the cooked cherries. Continue to cook until it's thickened, like this. And then just pour it into a big ramekin. The final step is to put the toppings on top of the cherries. The following is optional, but I also add a little bit more orange zest on top. And again, the cherry is a little bit sweet and tangy with the orange zest and the crisp on top. It's just like super festive and warming desserts. The last one is peanut butter chocolate torte. It's quite special because I use tofu. So here we go. In the food processor, add some silken tofu. Make sure to drain out the water, and then I add some peanut butter, maple syrup, peanut flour, and a pinch of salt, a hint of vanilla, and just get them all blended together. After that, scrape down the sides, and here I add 2 tablespoons of coconut cream. It's from the top of a canned coconut milk. Blend them again until it looks like this. Transfer the mixture into a bowl. Cover it. Put it in the fridge for about 20 minutes. And then we are going to need some chocolate cake. I just used the one I made earlier. It's easier for me, easier for you, I guess, as well. So just half it. Put 1/2 of the chocolate cake into the bottom of a cup or a jar, and pour about half of the peanut butter mousse mixture into the jar. Sprinkle some chopped walnuts on top, and layer the second half of chocolate cake on top. And just fill the jar or the cup with the rest of the peanut butter mousse. You might not be able to use them all up, but that's fine because you can always eat them directly. And I top it with some cacao nibs and chopped walnuts. That's it. It's quite a generous amount, I would say. It serves about 2 to 4 people, depending on how hungry you are and how much you like desserts. It's super rich, creamy, and peanutty, just so satisfying. If you love peanut butter, I think you will definitely love this. That's it. That's 4 vegan restaurant-style desserts. I hope you will like them. If you have any questions or thoughts, you can let me know by commenting down below. And thank you for watching until this moment, because this video took more time than I thought. But I will definitely say it's worth it because it's for dessert. So that's it for now. Thank you so much again. See you next time. Bye.
never thought I would find. Oh, I never thought I would find you. Oh, babe, I know you're not really kind.